welcome you to the big show. Juan Garcia joining us on the program. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Carnal.
And if this guy hadn't texted me, dude.
This guy
I'm about to introduce.
This guy.
I would have completely forgotten that we had scheduled an interview via phone.
Really?
Yeah. That's right. Mr. Robert Rivas joining us on the show this morning. Good morning, sir.
You sure do know how to wake up somebody in the morning by telling you something like that. And you're part of this too, Juan. I know you are.
I had no idea, man.
Hey, good morning, Robert. How you doing, man?
Doing great. How about you guys? How's everything going in Del Rio, Texas?
It's hot, dude. How's it going up in San Antonio?
Man, we're baking over here, dude. Baking.
Dude, I've been watching your water levels over there in San Antonio. Not looking good, man.
What water level? There's no water left, man.
Hey, you know about San Antonio wanting to take our water?
Yeah, that's we've been reading about in the paper. San Antonio wanting to.
They want Del Rio water.
They want Del Rio water.
Nah, it ain't gonna happen. That's why we live over here, because we got good water.
They want the vitamins and the nutrients that we're getting here from our raza.
You know?
Yeah. No comment from Robert on that one.
No, he's like, nah.
Hey, man, I'm desperate. We need the water. I'm going to be nice.
All right, man. Did you know this about Mr. Robert Rivas, is that he was the original DJ at the T-Town back in the day?
Yeah.
Do you remember T-Town?
I remember T-Town.
Robert, you were the original DJ there, correct?
Actually, yeah. I'm the first one that they hired, and somehow I lasted it out. The club was open for about 2.5 years. It opened up back in 91 and went all the way to about 94.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember T-Town, man.
Juan spent very long nights in that place.
Maybe a long, lonely night.
I gotta say, man, T-Town, I mean, it took over my life because I was there 5 nights a week. And my days off were Mondays and Tuesdays, and those 2 days I'd stay home with oxygen tank and an IV hooked up to me, man, just to get ready for the next week.
Wow. So let's just talk a little bit about T-Town days. It started back in 91, like you said. Now, what was the environment like then compared to, places where you go now? Was it a much different feeling in the atmosphere?
Definitely. It was, actually, well, I'm not a young whippersnapper like I used to be back in the day, but it was a younger crowd compared to today, because everybody nowadays, we're all following the David Lees and Jay Bettis and stuff like that. But back in that day, like I said, when the crowd's a younger crowd, well, they're eager to be out there, not more just like today. It's just a Saturday night, or a Friday night.
Right.
Because, you got your family, your kids, and your grandkids. But back in that day, everybody was still roaming around. So a club could survive 4 or 5 nights. That's why here in San Antonio we had 3 or 4 clubs that, man, it was from Wednesday to Sunday.
Now let me ask you: were people dressing up to go to the club back then? Not like now, where people are more relaxed.
Well, funny you say that, because on Thursdays and Sundays, check this out, especially for you guys over there, that I know you're always looking to save a buck. On Thursdays and Sundays, Juan, I'm not joking, Juan, because I've seen you at the Dollar General. I've seen you, Juan, at the Dollar General getting your Saturday night outfit. I've seen you, Juan.
I've been there.
I've seen you, Juan, and you too, Jay. So anyway, no, but on Thursdays and Sundays, we used to have this deal for $5 cover charge. You'd have 69-cent drinks all night long.
Wow. Really?
Can you imagine that?
Really?
Long necks, mixed drinks, 69 cents.
All night long.
All night long.
Man.
And of course, on those nights, everybody was eager. I'll get the next round. No, I'll get the next round. No, I got the next round.
Everybody was a high spender back then, huh? Yeah.
Keep the change.
Now, you saw a lot of performances go through the venue as well, correct? Some of the bands that were just up and coming back then.
We had what we call the Wednesday night dance, because we used to have bands on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. And of course, the weekend bands are your prime time bands. and that's a good thing that you brought that up, because on our Wednesday bands, when we first started off, at that time we used to have Tropa F as a Wednesday band.
Really?
With our little up-and-coming bands. We used to have Rodeo, and actually another band that was a Wednesday band, and man, they just peaked, was Culturas.
Oh, wow.
Culturas was there.
And they exploded. Yeah, we had Culturas, of course. We had pretty much every band that was available, that was around at that time. We had everybody. The only band we never had there at T-Town was La Mafia.
Never came to
the only band.
Never came to T-Town.
Well, it wasn't that they were in town, but they wanted the big heavy bucks at that time. I think they were looking for, like, I don't know, 30 grand.
Wow.
35 grand. And you can't have 69-cent drinks.
Now, describe how big T-Town was for people that maybe are the newer generation. Some people might remember that from here in the city, but describe how big the venue was.
I think we could put maybe like about 950 in the club, but there was a lot of in and out. You know, we throw 2 or 3 people out, and let's get 5 in there, and let's throw another 5 people out and get another 3 in there.
Yeah.
So it's we'd have some heavy duty crowds. It was just sometimes when I'd be up in the DJ booth, I mean, everybody kind of looked like cattle, man. You could see the edge, man.
Well, you are in Texas now.
I did notice one in the crowd. One was there throwing beer bottles, and one was rowdy.
That's because the DJ was no good, bro.
Play
something good.
Hey, the DJ wasn't good, but the 69-cent drinks were
perfect. They were perfect.
If these drinks weren't so good, I'd throw them right at you. Yeah.
Wait till I finish it.
So the reason Robert is calling us this morning.
What's the reason?
There's a reason he's calling. He's here to promote. He's here to promote the fact that he's doing a T-Town reunion in San Antonio. Is that correct, Robert?
Definitely. It's actually going to be this Saturday night at the historic Cadillac Club in downtown San Antonio. And Del Rio is a 2-hour drive, but to you, Jay, I know you get here in about an hour flat.
Yeah, well,
right?
Time is money, man, and time is health as well. So.
But anyway, it's going to be Saturday night here in downtown San Antonio. Everybody's been talking about it, asking about it, saying, Robert, we need to do something. We want to see the old crowd, just the mix of people that used to go out there just to get the feeling back of the way it was back in the day. And it was just a matter of finding time and putting it together. And I finally did, and there's a lot of excitement. I think it's going to do very, very well for everybody in general. Now,
tell me about some of the bands you're going to be having performing there.
Actually, the headliner, as I've been telling everybody, the headliner is going to be the venue itself, which was T-Town. That's the main attraction for people to go, the people you remember, the people that you want to kind of reunite with and stuff like that. But regardless, I've got a group of bands that I put together that should be very, very entertaining. I'll call the headliner that night will be La Fuerza, based out of San Antonio, which you're talking a show band, a high-energy band, and actually winners of the TTMA Most Promising Band back in 2005. And to my knowledge, you guys in Del Rio have really been pounding on their music.
That's right. Well, we kind of have to. You're always telling us to play their songs. I mean,
well, it's either that, Jay, or I pull out these pictures that I have of you.
Hey,
that we took across the border. And,
we talked about that before, man.
Hey, my face doesn't show up in any of those.
Don't make me stoop to that level, Jay. I don't want to stoop to that level, Jay. Okay?
All right, so we got a big T-Town. Okay, yeah, go ahead, dude. Go ahead. Go ahead.
We do have the Fuerte headlining. Also, we have Maravilla out of San Antonio también, the local band, but they've been around for a while, and they play all the hits as well. Also, Jorge Alejandro will be in the mix as well. Then Miguel Hernandez, who actually, although a new artist, really not. He was he's been a band member for like Jay Perez, Stephanie Lynn, let me see here, La Diferencia. So he's got his own thing going now, and we're looking forward to that. And we also have a hot country act that's local, but man, he's kind of like a Dwight Yoakam kind of a singer called Jeffrey Charles. Man, he kicks booty, man.
Really?
And also we got a comedian to take care of the evening. George Pettis will be taking care of all the funny stuff. We consider getting you and Juan, Jay, but hey, man, you guys want gas money? Come over here.
Hey, gas prices are high right now, dude. What can we say? All right, so you guys, you're getting all the T-Town crowd back together again under one roof, putting together this big extravaganza where everybody can go back and remember T-Town.
Definitely, that's what it's all about. You know, to try to see some familiar faces. Listen to the mixes the way you remember them before you got drunk over there. Just a reunion. You know, get everybody back together.
And let me ask you something, man. I mean, you were the original DJ there at T-Town from 91 to, what was it, 94?
91 to 94.
Now, let me ask you, when you look at the technology today compared to how you did the mixes back then, are you amazed? Are you like, freaking out by how everything is a bit more simpler now?
Definitely. Actually, it's gotten very, very simple. That's a good call there, Jay. And I got to say, man, and this is true, when I got into DJing back in the late 80s, it was turntables. That's what it was. It was turntables. And I really wasn't too big on the turntables, and that's when the CD mixers came out. And, man, I caught on to the CD mixers nicely. If it would have been just turntables, I probably wouldn't have survived. But CDs, man, that was the way to go at that time, and it was awesome. But then now, as you're saying, today's technology, I mean, it's gone to like virtual DJ and stuff like that. Laptops
and all that. Try mixing with cassettes like I did back in the 80s. That wasn't fun. That wasn't fun at all.
Actually, I asked Juan, hey, Juan, do you know how to mix? He goes, yeah, bourbon and coke, or rum and coke, No, Juan, come on, Juan, not that kind of a mix.
There's other kind of mixes?
All right, Robert, if anybody wants some more information on this, man, how do they get a hold of you? Is there a Facebook page set up to this or what?
Definitely, just go on Facebook and you can type in Robert Rivas, and you can link up to my T-Town group, and you got all the information there. We still have actually a couple of tables left if you want to reserve a table or a seat to guarantee your seat. Or you can call me directly. My phone number is 210-279-7406.
All right. There you have it. Robert Rivas doing a little T-Town reunion coming up this Saturday. If you don't have plans to go anywhere this weekend, head on up to San Antonio. It's going to be at the Cadillac Bar, correct?
Definitely, it's the Cadillac Bar, and if those 100 free tickets that you wanted, I can't do it, Juan.
Oh, man, you never come through, bro.
I can't do it, dude. 100 tickets, dude. Dude.
It's because he's got family, dude.
Maybe.
He's got family in town, man. I mean, come on.
I don't know what you're trying to resell them again, or what you're trying to do. I can't do it, brother. You know.
I'm slinging them.
By the way, they used to have wet T-shirt contests at T-Town. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Yeah, you're right. And we're going to try and have one of the original winners of the wet T-shirt contest show up Saturday night.
From back in 91. Yeah, 20 years later.
Oh, it's okay, bro.
No, dude, she's going to be there, dude. She's going to be there, but this, 20 years later, it's going to look like if she's hiding a couple of Slinkies.
Oh, man.
But it's like I said, it's not about bringing back familiar faces and whatever else, man.
I already told her that she couldn't go, bro.
Hey, man, hey, what can you say, man?
All right, Robert, thanks so much for taking the time and calling us this morning, dude. We wish you...
This is toll free, right, Jay?
Yeah.
Times is tough.
Good luck with your event this weekend, man. And once again, if people want more additional information about the T-Town reunion, you can visit Robert Rivas on Facebook, or you can call that number. And that number, once again, is
210-279-7406. It's been great. It's been great being on the morning show.